Long ago, in 1861 to be exact, Imperial China was run by Empress Shishi. The Empress was headstrong and ruled under stubborn traditions, not approving of industrialization and technology. Alas, China ended up being a backwards country with a backwards economy and a backwards, well, everything. Yet foreign countries around the world are rising in industrial power, like Britain, USA, and Japan. It's like the story of the tortoise and the hare in the technological race, except it's a tortoise that falls asleep. China gets slapped in the face of the Opium War with Britain, consequently losing Hong Kong to the British. To further add on, this causes English missionaries to enter China and spread their influence, from education to religion. One certain influenced individual is Sun Yat-sen. Based on things he'd learned, Sun was determined to turn China into a modern, free, and democratic country. He built the 3 points: democracy, nationalism, and socialism. And finally, China's eyes were opened to one last punch in the face, being the Boxer Rebellion of 1900s. The Boxers not only wanted to rid China of foreign countries, but also to knock out the Manchu dynasty. Humiliatingly enough, Empress Shishi had to go to foreign armies to help shut down the Boxers. In 1908, Empress Shishi died and the throne was passed on to 6-year-old Pu Yi, obviously named Jin Li at the time, and his uncle Prince Chun, who, like the old empress, was just as stubborn against technological change. He dismissed many powerful officials, including the military commander Yuan Shikai. Meanwhile, back to Sun Yat-sen, by 1911, Sun had already attempted and failed at creating a revolution for a whopping 11 times. However, in September of 1911, after a really bad harvest, the peasants of Sichuan rebelled, and Sun's supporter went to Sichuan to help spread the rebellion. On October 10th, the Wu Chang army joined the uprising, being what came to be known as the Double Tent. By November 1911, 15 of 18 Chinese provinces had already joined the revolution, forming a provisional government against the Manchu. In retaliation, the Manchu recalled Yuan Shikai. Still feeling bitter about being sacked by Chun, Yuan negotiated with the rebels to take Chun and Pu Yi to make them give up the throne and help make China into a republic. What he did not tell them was that he had actually aimed at becoming the president of the republic and actually had no intention of creating a democracy. Yuan Shikai was in power, but he never got to make himself emperor. In 1915, Japan gave Yuan 21 demands in which to control China's factories, railways, and ports. Yuan, easily submitting to these demands in order to avoid a war with the Japanese, quickly lost popularity. On December 25th of the same year, Yuan got a rebellion from the Yunnan army as a Christmas present, causing him to give up his plans. Yuan then shortly dies from a stroke. Without central authority in China, the country was thrown into dismay with the rise of warlordism. In order to reunite China and fight warlordism, Sun Yat-sen's GMD had to find foreign support, and the only country willing to help was Communist Russia, whose term was that the GMD must support and cooperate with the CCP. However, in 1925, Sun Yat-sen died of cancer and leadership fell to Chiang Kai-shek. Seeing himself as Sun's living legend, Chiang prepares to reunite China. In 1927, Chiang leads the GMD to Shanghai and causes what's called the Shanghai Massacre.